Aloha, everybody. This is something brand new here that's happening on Facebook. I'm glad you found me. They've just changed their live production software. So I didn't know that, but that's okay because here we are. It's an exciting day here, 11:11 in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm really happy to be with all of you. Hello, Berkana. Thanks for joining. Paula, hello. Miranda from Kauai. Thank you for being here. Um, Kay, Nicole, thank you so much for all your support over the years. Hey, Jane. Yeah, it's a wonderful day, and it's pretty remarkable that these past 10 years have happened. Janie Wing Kenyon, aloha from Story, Wyoming. Thank you, Janie, for your love and support over the years and your beautiful goddess jewelry. Thank you, thank you. Hello from the UK. Wow. Karita from Taiwan. Thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful that you are with me. You'll see on the screen probably Barbara Parttieau, who is here from Santiago de Chile, and she is simultaneously translating into Spanish. Sabrina, also from Taiwan. Monica Cohen from Buenos Aires. It's perfect that Barbara is here with us because she was the one who created the space, the time and the space for the first 11-11-11 sacred circle. So for those of you who don't know what we're celebrating today, I'm just going to say hello. Hi to Turkey, aloha, and Delinda, aloha, thank you. Marta, yes, it is truly Sheila Tillich, and Berkana, Trinity Sullivan from Sedona. Yeah, so this has been sort of this, since Sedona has been the celebration of the 11-11-11 with the opening, the very first ceremony live since Lemuria, at least 26,000 years. This celebration of the shamanic teaching wheel being manifest in this world again. And I am also very excited to use this time and connecting with all of you to let you know that the first class of the shamanic teaching wheel is now available on Teachable. It's Lemurian Shamanism School.teachable.com, and it's the free introduction to the shamanic teaching wheel. And there you'll find 3 marvelous videos that talk about the shamanic teaching wheel. So go on over there after this if you'd like, or anytime, and enjoy that class and the others to follow. They're ready. I'm just going to say hello to Athena and Jill. Thank you so much. Patricia Schmidt from Long Island. Um, and I don't know how to say this name, from Denmark. Marethe, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It's, when you start something like the sisterhood, I had no idea what it would become, no idea at all. And a part of that is a good thing because I didn't know how to use the skills that I have now. I have learned those along the way. I've traveled all over the world. I've met incredible people, women and men, and I've had the very beautiful and kind support of Lee Carroll and Cryon for over 20 years. But these past years, when we were road warriors together, and all of the channels to the Lemurian Sisterhood from Cryon, that started in 2014. And you know that those are all available on my website under the free audio tab. And you know how the sisterhood was built during that time. And also, Monica Marani, thank you so much for your kind and loving support always. I love you, sister. And those of you that have hosted sacred circles all around the world, in Europe, in South America, in Canada, in the US, in New Zealand, Chris Hooper in New Zealand, yay, and all of the women all around the world. I thank you so much, because it's all of us together that create this. It's not just me. It's never been just me. It's been a village. Barbara and I did an amazing tour from Buenos Aires to Santiago, where we went across Argentina and then over the Andes in a bus and into Santiago, having sacred circles all along the way. And it was an epic, epic journey. And that is why, you know, Barbara and I have had this beautiful connection for all this time. And I so appreciate her. And the others of you around the world in the UK and Europe and South America, you know who you are. And my heart is filled with joy that we have shared so much. We have so much to be grateful for whenever we are together. And we were just in Sedona, and that was amazing, amazing, amazing to be with actual humans again and feel the energy in the sacred space. And I'm going to say hello to some more people here. Ursula from South Africa, thank you for being here. And Anna Ryder from Toronto, Elaine from Massachusetts, and she also was a host in Massachusetts. Dorota from Warsaw, Poland. Wow, welcome. Cecilia Farias, who's a host in South America. And Judith from Cape Town, South Africa. And Claudia from Switzerland. So we are truly a beautiful global sacred circle. It's just amazing, isn't it? That we have come together like this, and you have all touched my life, and I hope that I've touched yours. I know that all of the information that's coming through from the Star Mothers is coming from our Lemurian Akash. And that is just something, when this all started, that I didn't even know what those words meant. I had no idea. And before there was even a sacred circle, and I was married to my beloved Sid Wolf, he had been in a group called the Lemurian Fellowship. I didn't have any idea what that meant. It was fascinating to me because the stories he told me were about women being honored. And growing up, as I did on the East Coast of the US in a Catholic family, it was not about women being honored. So I just want to take a couple moments now to have an opening to this sacred circle, as those of you are joining and those of you that are already here, to really, really mark this anniversary together by doing a sacred opening with you. 11:11 right now. 11:11:11. We are the women, the sacred women, walking on the earth today. We are the women, the ancient women, walking on the earth today. We are goddess, we are priestess, we are healers, we are teachers, walking on the earth today. Wisdom women, maidens, and mothers, walking on the earth today. We are the women, the sacred women, walking on the earth today. We are the women, the ancient women, walking on the earth today. Open to our mysteries, celebrate our histories, walking on the earth today. Walking on the earth today. Walking on the earth today. One of the beautiful things that has come from so many sacred circles is the star mothers beginning to come through me. I have, in my other incarnation in this life, done channeling, but then there was a big space where I didn't. Now, in the past almost 4 years, the star mothers have been coming through me and manifesting their instructions in various ways through the music, that song in particular, many songs that became the sacred songs of the Lemurian Sisterhood on the recording. Also, the Lemurian codes cards. Most recently, and that's since this past June, the Star Mothers have been giving me something called the wisdom teachings of the Star Mothers. And in each of our meetings, there is a specific teaching from them. And I'm excited that November and December will be about the Shaw Woman's Cave, exploring the Shaw Woman's Cave. So they just in the past couple days gave me the information that there is so much to explore in the depth of the cave that we will use 2 full moon meetings to do that. So I'm excited about that. I'm just going to take a moment and say hello to some people here. Celeste, amor, I love you. And Mari Fur, Miranda, Amber has become blurry. That's funny. And Lorraine Bedencourt from New Hampshire. Welcome, welcome. And welcome, Lior from Tel Aviv. That's wonderful. So we have just, and Viorica from Italy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Goddess. I want to talk a little bit about what 1111 means in numerology. You know, if you know anything about numerology, you know 11 is a master number. And master numbers are potent and powerful. And the 11 is by itself so many things. A lot of times it's called the pillars of the temple because the numbers are 1 and 1 standing together and holding up the temple. And the Star Mothers are going to talk more about that in a few minutes. Also, the 11 is like going down a pathway, one foot in front of the other, And then you come to an opening and you can take one path or the other. So you may be having that in this time during this 11/11 where you need to make a decision about a direction that you're going in. And this energy 11/11 really supports that. So it's a very good time to go inside, to connect with the energy of the planets, the stars, and the star mothers, and the calendar energy of 11/11. And right now we are in a quarter moon. So we're right between the new moon and the full moon. So this is a time to really give consideration to what it is, which path you would like to take in your life, and how to use this blessing, this time, and the collective energy of this whole group. There are so many women here from all over the world, and we support each other's vision, each other's opening, in each other's new paths that we experience. If one of us experiences an awakening, we all experience it. Isn't that amazing and wonderful? And it's exciting to know that. I love that we can really actually share in the energetic shift of one person. And Nelia is saying hello from Massachusetts to Barbara and Mle'ha. And Thorin, hello, Thorin. And greetings from Iceland. Wow, thank you. The days must be getting very short there in Iceland. And Virginia, thank you, thank you, thank you. So as we come together and really talk about what does it mean to have this global community, I know that next year, 2022, will be even more so, more of a global community. And we will celebrate again next year on 11/11/2022 in a completely different way, I think, because that will be my 11-year anniversary. All those 11s. We'll build more than a temple with that. Let's see. Hello from Miami, and Carol joining for the first time. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and if you have people you'd like to be joining us here, just send them the link and they will come on the page and it'll be fun. More is better when it comes to a gathering of women. So I'd like to right now bring you a message from the Star Mothers. And this message is, it will be something that will be with us for the next 10 years because it is a foundational message. And when I was on Barbara's radio show the other day, the Star Mothers gave a beautiful metaphor of the 11/11 by seeing that as four pillars, 11 and 11. And those four pillars are the pillars of the temple, and the roof of the temple that is over us is the love and the energy of the Star Mothers. So I'm going to ask you now to come into that temple with me and let us go there together. So if you would close your eyes in this moment so you can bring your focus, your awareness inside, and take a breath through your nose, let it out through your mouth. And again. And one more. And even with all the excitement of this moment, when you turn your attention inward, perhaps you feel like bubbling up inside, and that's great. Create a space where those bubbles can surround you inside and out with the love and the light of this special time for us to be together. The special time of the Star Mothers. Because together we create something so much greater than we do just one of us. Take another breath as we welcome the Star Mothers to our celebration. Dear Shining Ones, we celebrate as we step into this beautiful circle with you. And this party, we know it is for you, but it is also us celebrating you. When we first brought our messages to beloved Mle'ha, as she mentioned many, many years ago, more than 10, she did not have the connection yet. To her, it was a nice story, which was better than her rejecting the story. But as things go in the timeline of the universe, we had plenty of time to wait for her to say yes, for her to understand who she is now on the planet as the last priestess of Lemuria. What does that mean? And where will she take that? And where has she taken it? Dear star seed children, you have taken this journey together. Many times Mle'ha has been your leader, sometimes not seeing very far ahead, it is true, but only trusting. And if our instructions to her were the only one thing that she learned, was to trust that we had the perfect plan for her, for all of you. And even if it doesn't evolve in this lifetime, it will still be there in another lifetime for you. For you are, dear ones, multidimensional beings. Your soul goes on forever. There is no loss if you don't reach a certain perceived goal in this lifetime. When you wake up in the birthing pool in your next life, it will all come tumbling back to you as you develop. And you will start from there, not start over. This is very good news. We know the Magnetic Master has shared this with you. We reiterate, since there are many women who feel they are joining the sacred circles at a late part of their life, in their later years, as humans like to say it. That doesn't matter. We see you expanding outwardly, not just going forward in years, but filling the years. That is happening now. So let us bring you into this temple that Mle'ha spoke of. And Imagine yourself in your beautiful place, whether that's a forest or the top of a mountain in a cloud, or if it's by a waterfall or on the beach, or if it's in a fantasy world of dragons and fairies, anywhere, your place. And feel those four pillars around you. They are the directions. There is one pillar for where you have come from. The pillar of the past. And there is one pillar that is the pillar of the future. And there are two pillars that are the pillars of the now. Your life until now is one of the pillars, and your life from this moment forward is the other pillar. So you sit in the center of this, we will call it a temple of time, even though time has a very different meaning to us. But let us also call it a temple of awareness and possibility. The awareness that you have come from somewhere and you are going somewhere. Those two pillars. But the two pillars of this now life. What has already happened and your awareness to right now. And then the potential that you hold for what is yet to be. There is a roof of stars over this temple of pillars. And if you, in your mind's eye, were to look up at the stars, you know you would see us, of course. You would see us shining on you, beaming, actually, not just shining. For the beams that we broadcast to you are beams of information, beams of healing, beams of transformation, etc., as you can imagine. So this is important. And we give you now homework. It's a sacred assignment for each one of you. We ask that each day you bring your awareness to the temple around you and make it simple. Close your eyes, take some breaths, move inside, and visualize the four pillars around you, the roof above you. Feel yourself in there. What does the air feel like on your skin? Is your body relaxing and enjoying this sacred space? And then open the crown of your head so that we may enter and bring in what it is the moment has for you. And be advised that we will never overwhelm you or blow out your circuits or anything like that. Dear ones, we know you so well that we would never, ever let that happen. But we will connect with you. We will bring you healing, information, guidance, direction. And it may not seem like anything in the moment, And that is because our darling star seeds, you may take some time to understand and integrate what we are downloading into you. And that's okay. Sometimes we know that you expect immediate anything, everything. But it is not a light switch on the wall, click, and the light comes on. It's the adjustable ones where the light comes up slowly. And you also may have epiphanies. So, what are we telling you? That when you bring yourself into this sacred temple of the four directions, anything is possible. And we come to you with the greatest love for your potentials, for your rest of your life. Imagine the rest of your life just is beginning in this moment. And you are stepping in, flying in, gliding in, dancing, skipping in to the next part of your life, the rest of your life. We feel your hearts opening to this. And we reach our hands out and touch you. We stand around you. We place our hands in the middle of your back, on the back side of your heart. Take a breath. Breathe that energy in and let it fill up inside of you and overflow. Or perhaps it will burst through in a beautiful beam like a rocket. But feel our energy. Feel our love. Feel the all-knowing that comes from being out of this world and a part of the greater multiverse, omniverse universe. Take a breath. Bring it in. Let it overflow and then let it come out. This is a good thing to do when you're sitting in your temple contemplating the rest of your life. Let your heart fill up. Let your head open up. And soon, 11 minutes will have gone by. And it will be so delicious to you, so enjoyable, that you will want to do it. You will want to do it every day. You don't have to do it or need to do it. You will desire to do it. Because we hold you, dear shining ones, and we celebrate you as we celebrate all of those who have made 10 years of sacred circles possible, that our beloved Mle'ha could keep putting one foot of trust in front of the other foot of trust. Sometimes so very slowly, but nonetheless. And we trust that you all continue to realize your own perfection and that you can trust your own voice inside and that we will speak together and we will be your champions for the rest of your life if you so desire. Take a breath. Feel the presence of the love around you wherever you are. dear multidimensional ones, dear Lemurians, dear old souls. We give you these words as we step back. You are now all connected, all connected. Let that sink in. Everyone here, those you know and those you don't know, you are all connected by these words, by this energy, by your homework, and by this anniversary, this time, this unequaled time since the days of Lemuria. You are connected and reconnected, and we with you. Our great love streams out from our hearts, all of the star mothers and the star grandmothers. The 12 hold you, love you, encourage you, and see you as our own divine children, perfect, just as you are. And now we step back to the edge of the circle where we hold sacred space, as you call it, for the rest of your celebration. We step back. Take a big breath in, let it out. Now's a good time to rub your hands together. Shake them out a little bit, your toes, move your body around. When you're ready, open your eyes. Feel the energy coming through. Woohoo! And a drink is good too. Well, thank you, Star Mothers. Thanks to all of you for being here. Who else do we have? Eliona. We have Cynthia Callahan from California. And we have Satya. Hello, Satya. Bonjour, Burkana. Satya, our host, one of the hosts from the French-Canadian part of Ontario, Quebec, who was just with us in Sedona. That was lovely to meet her. Oh, you are welcome. You are welcome from Denmark and from everywhere. It's always a healing for me to have the Star Mothers come through, and they always surprise me. I never know what will be happening. So I'll take a few minutes to answer questions. If anyone has any questions, you can just type them in the chat. And the other thing, for those of you, oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Laurence is here. You're welcome. From North Carolina. I'm going to be there next month, North Carolina. Well, dear goddesses, if there, oh, there's a question. Drusilla Crystal, were there Arcturians in Lemuria and Atlantis? I don't know anything about Atlantis. And according to Cryon, the star grandmothers came from Sirius, and their parents were Arcturians, came from Arcturus. So that's as much as I know about that. If you want to know more about Atlantis, Cryon Book 12, Chapter 1. Cryon addresses Atlantis there. So Athena is saying she's feeling drawn to shawoman training from the Lemurian perspective, and you've done the free teachable and wasn't able to attend Sedona. I wonder if these teachings will be coming soon, or are they the next 2 full moon teachings? Oh, what a juicy question. Thank you. So there is the shamanic teaching wheel training for Sha women coming up. And what I just announced, that link that I gave you that had the free videos on it, is the beginning. The beautiful ceremony that I did in Sedona for the introduction to the teaching wheel, the shamanic teaching wheel, can only be repeated live. And since I travel very little these days, the next one that I know that I will do for sure will be in June of 2022 in Mount Shasta. I'll repeat it there. And, it's not necessary for you to have that ceremony. It's nice, however, but it will be, I will talk you through it on the Shamanic Teaching Wheel, the video on the Teachable site. So if you're not able to do it in person, you can do it virtually. And also, talk about timing. The Star Mothers have not allowed me to release the Shamanic Teaching Wheel before now. I've had some of it ready for 2 years since it was given to me. But in the meantime, they did give 3 courses that are very foundational for the Shamanic Teaching Wheel. And those are the sacred sexuality classes that are in the teachable school. And it's sacred sexuality for women, sacred sexuality for men and women. And then the 3rd class is called Maiden, Mother, Wisdom Women. Now, you don't have to take them all, but when you do, each one you take gives you a stronger foundation for what the Star Mothers have to teach about our lives in Lemuria. Those 3 classes really gave a lot about our lives there and many sacred ceremonies for women who were reinitiated into the spiritual way of being from our human way of being in this world. So we went back to Lemuria to experience the ceremony for our first moon time, the ceremony for our first mating time, our first sexual encounter, our birth ceremony, the calling in of our Lemurian spirit into the body of a star mother, and then our graduation into from being a maiden into, and what that was, into being a mother, and not just the mother energy, but the auntie energy, and what did women do as mothers in Lemuria, and how different it is from what we do today, and how connected we were to spirit then. And at the end of that class is the crone celebration, where we have stopped our periods. We've had a Kundalini awakening, as the Star Mothers say. That's what the fire is about in your menopausal years. That it's not called, it's hot flashes is what we call it, but what it is the Kundalini arising from your sacred space, from your womb, and clearing out the pathway to your higher consciousness. So while you're waiting, there's plenty to study. And I appreciate that you have that question so I can address it with everyone. Okay, and then, oh yeah, and as I said earlier, and you may have missed this, we have now this month will be June, July, August, September, October. We'll have there will be 7 months this year of the wisdom teachings of the Star Mothers. And I don't call them shamanic teachings, but they're shamanic teachings. They're the wisdom teachings of the Star Mothers for today's Sha woman. So they're not organized like the school is organized, but each one gives a different way of connecting to your sacred self. One was the fire chakra activation that we did in June on the summer solstice. And then we had becoming a human crystal. And you can look at all of them in my teachable school and see what appeals to you, see what feels right, and go from there. So thank you for that. Mary Malcolm, very beautiful. Mir says thank you. Beverly, thank you from Fort Worth, Texas. Drusilla, absolutely. Johanna, I just became an auntie again. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Miranda, who took all of my classes. Those teachings are profoundly expansive. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So for those of you who haven't been in a live meeting, what I'm called to do next is to teach you a song. And I'm just going to sing it to you, and that's how you'll learn it. And I've been talking a lot, so I think I have enough voice left for it. And it's called I Am Sacred. And it's a really simple song. It's one that you can, hopefully you'll sing to yourself all the time instead of, the other stuff that goes on inside your head. You can be going, I am sacred. So it's just 3 verses. I am sacred. You are sacred. We are sacred ones. And it repeats. The melody changes a little, but it's basically the same the whole way through. So you can hum, you can sing. You're not going to forget the words. I promise you that. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. I am sacred, you are sacred, we are sacred ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been a delicious time to spend with you all and a wonderful way to begin my day of celebration of 11/11/21, a day that will only come once in my lifetime. Next year, 11/11/22 will come, and I will celebrate that also, and hopefully with a lot of you. Please love yourself, take care of yourself, and enjoy the connection that you have with the star mothers. Cultivate that and let it bring you deeper and deeper into your own Lemurian Akash, to your remembrance of who you are as a divine human. Thank you so much. And thank you to Barbara for translating the Spanish version of this. And it will be available on my YouTube channel, Lemurian Sisterhood Global, in a couple of days. My love to all of you. Aloha nui loa, mahalo.